Professor Michael Dougan, an expert in EU law, said they won't be able to deal with the consequences of a no-deal Brexit. Mr. Barnier, the European Commission's chief Brexit negotiator, claimed parallel trade talks will probably start in March after the UK was deemed to have made sufficient progress in the first stage of talks. In the Prospect magazine interview, the Frenchman added there would be no way the UK would reach a bespoke divorce arrangement with the European Union. GETTY PARL.TVBrexit news. A professor told Commons Brexit committee the EU would strike a Brexit deal. They won't be in a position to deal with the consequences themselves anyway. Professor Michael Dougan speaking to the House of Commons Brexit Select Committee. Professor Dougan, Professor of European Law at the University of Liverpool, said a deal becomes more likely the closer we move to the final Brexit date. He said, everyone wants a deal, apart from some of the fringes. One of the difficulties as well is that more than time goes on and the closer we get to an actual withdrawal date. Having banked all of this on sorting these problems out amicably by agreement through multilateral processes, the less likely as people can was a way, they won't be in a position to deal with the consequences themselves anyway, not in a way that won't cause serious disruption to their own citizens and businesses. Mr. Barnier has since backtracked on his tough stance under reported pressure from EU member states and agreed the UK will be offered a tailor-made trade deal. The chief negotiator's conciliatory remarks came after his deputy, Belgian official Stefan de Rink, told an event in London earlier this week that Britain's new relationship would be bespoke. Friday, December 8, 2017. Here is the 15-page Brexit deal in full. Mr. Barnier, logically for the economic side of our partnership, we'll be working on the basis of an FTA along the same lines as what we negotiated and signed recently with Canada, also South Korea, and Japan more recently. There are of course differences between these different models because each of these cooperation models, each of these trade models is, of course, tailor-made and specific for the country with which we re-signing these agreements, so there are differences, but it has the same approach, the same logic underpinning these agreements, and it will be the situation with the UK in the light of what they have said their position is themselves.